in all her rantings, we are yet to find or hear her and her defenders, Moro, points at a single rule or provision in the 1992 Constitution of the Republic that President Mahama has breached in the process. And I can challenge Dr. Adomaku Kisi. I can give him the Constitution. That Article 146 clearly spells out the procedure for removing a Chief Justice or a Justice of any of the courts. 1468 is clear that all proceedings under this article shall, Moro, it didn't say may.
Yeah.
And we are drafters. You have been a member of parliament, and you know that the language and the drafters of our constitution are very careful in their choice of words. And when they say shall, it means discretion is not allowed. So 1468 says all proceedings under this article shall be held in camera, and the Chief Justice or the justice or chairman against whom the petition is made is entitled to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or by other expert of his choice. Where in this constitution, where in this provision is it stated that the person against whom the petition is being heard has the discretion or has the mandate to call for the proceedings not to be heard in camera? And so for a suspended Chief Justice, in her attempt to defend herself, to be butchering the law in this matter speaks a lot about how she was guided by the law when she was the Chief Justice of the Republic. Because many times, Moro, many times, we have had cause to complain about the growing discontent with decisions of our courts.
Yeah.
We have had cause to complain about the plummeting confidence in our judiciary. And her actions in this period of trying to defend herself speaks a lot about the kind of Chief Justice she was. Moro, my second issue with the Chief Justice is that the suspended Chief Justice, only recently, the general perception of Ghanaians and many of us, including myself, our belief was that the then Chief Justice was in bed with the NPP. In fact, there are many people who believe that the Chief Justice was acting as though she was the women organizer of the NPP. That was the belief of many people, including myself. She denied and told us that the law is the law, and that she was only acting within the law. Then all of a sudden, in trying to defend herself, who are her lawyers? Muru, mention her lawyers. And don't forget, I made an argument on this platform the last time I came that Godfred Dami told us in this case that by the political affiliation of your counsel, of your lawyers, your political affiliation as a client is determined. Godfred Dami's logic. So Godfred Dami said, because the Venerable Chachuchi Kata was the lawyer for one of the petitioners, in his view, it was an NDC petition. Now, in this case, if that logic is accepted, it means that she, Gertrude Torkornoo, is NPP and is acting as an NPP woman because your lawyer, your lead counsel, is the immediate past Attorney General who is a member of the NPP. Godfred Dami himself.
By parity of reasoning.
By parity of reasoning. Because that is the logic you put forward. And I am saying that, is it not possible that as Chief Justice, you have worked with many lawyers, and she's telling us that the only lawyer that she has confidence in is the immediate past Attorney General who was accused of winning cases because of his affiliation to you, the suspended Chief Justice. And today, that is the person leading your case. It comes to confirm. Moro, if today, I will give you a very practical example. Moro, if today, on this show, by your words or your comments, you are defending me, and tomorrow I'm in a contest with Dr. Adomako Kisia, you become my spokesperson. It will confirm whatever allegations being raised today, that whatever comments or actions that you were taking at the time you were supposed to be an impartial host of Good Morning Ghana, you were doing it in my favor. Is that not the case?
I understand you.
So the case is that the fact that she even had the courage, the brazen courage, to overlook all her other friends in the legal fraternity and rely on Godfrey Dami to be her lawyer alone, speaks to the fact that indeed all the allegations and the accusations that she was in bed with the NPP and she was determining cases based on her political affiliations may be true.
Her choice.
Number three.
Hold on. Her choice of Godfrey Dami could probably just be a case of sheer coincidence.
Oh, let the judges, let the public decide. Let the public decide.
Edem.
Let the public decide.
She assesses the nature of her case and she comes to one firm conclusion.
Okay, so
the best person who can handle it.
So let me ask you this: Are you aware?
The former Attorney General.
Are you aware that for me, almost every lawyer that I know, have their personal lawyers?
Yes.
Because you cannot be
Edem,
a lawyer for your own case. Is that not it?
Can I come?
So is it the case that all this while, I'm just asking questions, all this while, when she was Chief Justice, Godfrey Dami, Attorney General, at the same time, was a lawyer? I mean, this I know how you will be allowed to come. You had a good morning.
Sorry, just but you're allowed to change your lawyer.
You are allowed to change. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying that the choice of Godfrey Dami by the suspended CJ
this case is big.
Speaks a lot.
And she thinks that
speaks a lot about her affiliation. And that is confirmed by the logic espoused by the same Godfrey Dami.
Okay.
So can I
number three.
When he lands.
Number three. Moro. As a Chief Justice, it means you have risen through the ranks, practiced for so many years, and you have the law at your fingertips. And the Chief Justice is aware, the suspended Chief Justice is aware that per the provisions of Article 146, it is the President, when upon the receipt of a petition, the President refers the petition to the Council of State.
Yes.
Because the decision as to how the committee be formed must be done in consultation with the Council of State.
Yes.
But Moro, follow the woman's argument right from beginning. She said, why was she not served with the petitions when the President received it?
Yes.
And I said, oh, there's a simple answer. The law is the law. This is the law. Show me where in Article 146, as part of the procedures spelled out on the removal of a Chief Justice, it is stated that when the President receives a petition, he should serve you first. So at the end of the day, Moro, it appears as though we've had people who manage the judiciary using their discretion and kept touting that the law is the law. And when the law is being applied, they are suffering from, there's something about truth when you have assumed a certain position. And you see, I don't like to personalize matters of this nature. But Moro, the last time I was on your show, right after the show, I got a call from a judge. And when the judge explained to me what many of them, regardless of your political affiliation, many of them had gone through under her leadership and said that if she dared even for a vote among the justices to determine whether or not she should stay, that is when Ghanaians will see that she was such a terrible Chief Justice. That's what I mean.
So hold on, you mean she's that unpopular? She's that unpopular amongst her friends, her colleagues?
Very unpopular.
That's what she's saying.
Very, very unpopular. Really? Because and with the things that are happening, you can see clearly that she's very unpopular. Why? Who goes to organize a press conference to bring light to matters that are supposed to be heard in camera?
She said a lot of lies are being peddled.
Which
she needs to come.
So that is why you defend yourself.
And tell Ghanaians.
That is why you defend yourself today, tomorrow. If you have a case before the court and you decide to hold a press conference to throw light on the matters before the court, you can be charged for contempt.
Yes.
Is that not it?
Yes.
So why are we allowing the person who should embody?
I think I've heard the likes of Martin Kpebu who are saying that she was cited for contempt.
Exactly. So why should we even allow a person who should be an embodiment of our laws to brazenly disregard the laws and try to whip a partisan sympathy to her side? My message to her and to our friends in the NPP is that President Mahama is firm in his belief that he has never acted contrary to any of the provisions in the Constitution.
Okay.
And we will not allow. She can organize bigger press conferences. She can organize a vigil. She can organize an all-night and bring everybody together to listen to her case. The law is the law, and the law will be applied. Nobody will be cowed by her cheap attempt at courting public sympathy. She told us that the law is the law, and the law will be applied. Okay. If you think that you are innocent of all the charges and the issues being raised in the petitions, defend yourself before the committee. Lastly, Moro, there is this attempt by the suspended Chief Justice to make the claim that one of the petitioners has refused to testify. And that appeared strange to her. Oh, Moro, there's something about time that they say time is the only true revealer of people's character. You remember when...
There's another popular one. They said time is not the best. Time is not the best friend of man.
It's not a friend of mine.
It's a friend of mine.
Yeah, it's not the best friend, or it's the best. Anyhow, it is.
Yes.
Time. And I thank God that some of us, as young as we are alive to see this day.
Okay.
And we always pray for long life. Bro, remember when Charlotte Osei was being
removed?
You remember? And remember when the NDC petitioned the court after the 2020 elections?
Yeah.
What did they tell us about J. Mensah? What did they tell us? They said J. Mensah could not testify, that it is not mandatory.
Yes.
As long as she could provide the answers, even in a written form, the law could shield her from testifying. Is that not it?
Yes.
The Venerable Chachu Chikata demanded that bring the woman to come and testify. They said no. All of a sudden, not coming to testify is a worry to her.
Yeah.
Please, let's respect the good people of Ghana. And I want to say on authority that nobody in the NDC will pay attention to the destructive politics being played by the CJ.
Okay.
The committee will continue to do its work. The committee will use the law. The committee will rely, and whatever the outcome may be, as the good people of Ghana, we will accept the committee's report because that is what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
As for press conferences and trying to court public sympathy and all of that, she can continue even after the process. But nobody will fall for those cheap tricks to hoodwink Ghanaians into believing that any illegality is being conducted.
Okay.
For as long as he has failed to show us which provision in the law has been breached, everything else he's doing
Okay.
can be best classified as noise.
All right.